So my name is Adam Denny, and I am in my second year in our program. I completed my undergrad here at East Carolina University in special education. I'm originally from New Jersey. I have three brothers. Two of them live here currently in Greenville. One is an occupational therapist. The other is a physical education teacher. And just recently my parents moved to Greenville. So slowly we're all moving down to the south. In reference to the question and the discussion board topic of this week, I don't think I've really been in too many situations where I've been outside of my culture, or a culture that's very similar to my own. Naturally, I've been to some places, in different cities where I've eaten and things like that, but never really in a situation where I was with a culture doing things that they believed in, and where we had to adhere to their different values and things like that. More of just eating kind of things that were relevant to maybe their cultural background. One example would be I went to a Brazilian restaurant once and I did eat chicken hearts. So outside of that, I think that's probably the most experience that I have, or background of where I've been in a position. But in those situations, again, I don't think that it was necessarily out of my comfort zone. Maybe eating things that weren't necessarily specific to what I'm used to, but again, I don't know if that is as important, or it's important to take those things into consideration, but I think beliefs and values are more important of what we're talking about with this topic. So with that, I'm unsure if I've really ever been in a position that's called for me to be outside of my comfort zone. I just recently responded to one of the posts online, and one of my peers spoke about if they're in a situation where it would be tough to go against their religious beliefs. And I was thinking about kind of what would take me out of my comfort zone. So, the thing that would be difficult for me is if I went into a cultural situation where some of my values and my personal beliefs were kind of opposite, or not necessarily the same. So, some of the things that I believe in is, women's rights and LGBT and, disabilities. With my undergrad in special education, I strongly believe in, those rights and those beliefs, and it would be hard for me to be in a situation where a culture didn't believe in those same things. I would like to think that I wouldn't be nervous or I wouldn't be uncomfortable, but those are things that I strongly believe in, and they're strongly a part of my life. Whether it's my family members that, the reasons for that, or just my upbringing. So, the one thing that I would say about this semester is that I'm always looking to kind of broaden my own personal abilities, but it makes me nervous to go into a situation like that and and you always have that feeling that you have to defend. So, that would be something that I would be concerned about. However, on the other side, the thing that I originally thought that I was going to be nervous about, or I would be nervous about, is making just a complete fool of myself. If there was, and I don't want to always go back to food, but that's what I always think of. But if you were at a dinner where it was a culture and there was things that you didn't know or you weren't aware of, and you just made a complete mess out of it, that would be something that would be really uncomfortable for me. I don't know what I would do if I was just completely oblivious to something and something occurred and everybody just looked at me. That would be difficult. So I am looking forward to kind of pushing those boundaries and finding out more about myself and more about other cultures, actually, and kind of how to, again, grow as an individual and as a counselor. So looking forward to this semester.